ear infection.
Here we are.
Anyway, so
We're
I'm in
both
San
alive.
Diego. Yeah, I'm in San Diego. They're having a heat wave. It's going to be 80
Oh,
today.
they they don't have air conditioning. They're not going to know what to do.
Well, normally average temperature is 76 here. It's going
Right.
to be 80. That's a heat wave. But the coastal of Carlsbad and that's going to get up to 90.
That's pretty warm.
I know, and you're right.
Yeah.
On the coast, they don't have air conditioning. It's like San Francisco. They don't
Yeah.
have it. They're not used to it. I was talking to a guy downstairs, and he's like, "Man, I've been living here for 45 years. It seems like it's getting hotter the last 3 years." I'm like, "It has been. It's just it has. We're in a cycle where it's getting hotter now. Supposedly, over the next 10 years plus, it's supposed to be a cooling phase of the Earth.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see what happens."
Yeah. It all happens because of nature, not because of man.
Well, yeah, a
It's
little
amazing.
both, but yeah, but until we get China and India and Russia to cut all their stuff, it doesn't matter what we do. It's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
No,
not
our
trying to be
emissions are
political.
going
It's
down pretty
just,
good.
but I did see that California just signed a thing for 2030, no more natural gas furnaces in houses.
Yeah, I read that yesterday too, and I thought, oh my God, you already don't have a hub or electrical conduit to be able to
Right.
charge a car and run your AC in a heat wave. So what are you going to do? How are you going to do that?
I don't,
Good thing
I mean,
is all
do they
this
even make electric heaters
they
like
do,
furnaces?
and what is it? Is it a oh gosh, I just went blank. There's a heat unit that is not gas. It pulls the warm air out of cold air. A heat pump.
Oh, I've heard of
It
heat
doesn't.
pumps.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't use gas until it gets so the ambient temperature gets so low that they have to heat the air
So what we're going to go back to is the radiator in the houses
with
that have the
water.
water through
Yeah,
it, and then we'll use the electric to heat that so
right.
that we don't have enough electricity.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah.
The
Well,
good thing is
we
that
lost that one
regime
person.
that regime will change by 2030,
All
and all
right,
that stuff will
so
be getting rid of.
we hope so. We
Yep.
hope it changes and makes it easier. The only positive thing that I think that we have is the fact that you can put ADUs in your backyards now
That's a big
easily.
thing. That's a big
Yeah.
thing. And
Still, we had her on from Riverbank, but it sounds to me like they're not going to have the program fully running until January. So,
correct.
because we've been trying to get all the information for it so I can get it out there, and they're like, "Well, we're not really going to have it together till January." It's like, it takes you that long? I'm sorry, I'm used to
Well,
working faster.
it's quicker than most.
It's government still,
Yeah,
but yeah. All
quicker
right,
than
so what's
most.
going on? You had one new
We
listing, you
have.
said?
It's not even really a new listing. It's a listing back on the market. So there's no listings in Modesto new this morning. Zero.
Any
Back on
go
the
pending
market.
over the weekend?
So
Any go
one
pending?
over the weekend. Yeah.
Pending. Any
That
pendings
means
over the weekend?
there'll be some new listings probably later this afternoon, tomorrow, stuff like that. But we've been averaging in Modesto about 7 listings a day.
All right, question for you. Any
Yes.
pendings
Pendings.
went over the weekend? Just curious. Because I read an article that says people are still buying even though the rates are higher.
They are. They are.
I'm seeing more investors buying right now than regular people, because investors are like, you know what, it still pencils with the rents the way they are. So, and they're used to higher rates anyway on investment property.
Yeah.
So I would tell people, get out there before you're not going to be able to find a house. I read an article, couple actually, that's people were running out of land in a lot of places that they can't build on because it's going to take even longer to get caught up with this 4.5 million amount of homes that we need. It's going to get worse before it gets better. So
It is, and that's what is his name, Powell, our chief dude,
I mean,
money
I
dude.
think so. Jerome Powell,
Yeah.
that guy. What about
4
him?
pendings over the weekend. Value from 359 to 739, and that's all Modesto. 4. Ouch. So see, 4 people bought this weekend.
Yeah. I don't want to tell everybody how, that we got worse today, but we got worse today.
Even after we bump it 75.
Yeah, it's still that has to do with the core inflation is high, a little bit higher. You know, the PC, they're worried about that. So we're gonna, when the October number comes out, that's when we're gonna know one way or another if it's getting better or worse, and that's gonna change a lot of stuff. So
yeah. And if we go back to Friday, we got 12 new pendings.
So things are still, I mean, because I think we only closed, I don't mean only, but 200 some last month anyway, right?
Right. Yeah.
So as long as you have that many on every so many days, you're still on course to do the same number.
Exactly.
I think if you need to buy a house, you're buying a house. If you don't need to buy a house, you're not buying a house. Yeah. But if you need one, you're going to buy one and you're going to refinance. I talked to a lady who's buying an investment property on Friday. She's like, I'll just refinance.
Yep.
Down the road.
Well, they're a little bit they understand the market a little bit better than most first-time buyers who are scared to death anyway. Right now, because things got a little bit worse, it's a great opportunity to ask the seller for some closing costs. You may still have to come in at full price, but ask for some closing costs.
Buy the rate down if you have money for that. Do whatever it takes, but don't waste the money.
Said, the answer is always no if you don't ask.
That is correct. So, I'm writing my book, right? I'm finishing up the manuscript, and then I get it back, and on the edge, they're like, the lady who's in charge says, she leaves a comment from the person who was proofreading it and said, I'm somebody who's going to be buying a house, and this was very informative, and I want to thank him. Tell Ed Parcaut, thank you so much.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah. So it'll be a good book for people to understand how to buy a house.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, it'll be out. It was so nice for her to take that time out of her day to write that little note.
Well, I was like, I've already helped one person. I guess I'm done. I don't have to publish.
Yeah, I'm done. I've reached them all.
I just said I wanted to reach one person.
There you did.
Yeah. Even before it even got out.
You said you were tired when we were talking earlier, so now you can go back to bed. You've reached.
I can't. Person. I got a 9:30 thing to go to, which is
what are you down there doing today?
This is traffic and conversion in San Diego. So it has to do with how to increase your traffic through digital and how to convert it into, sales and how to get that stuff. It is actually. This is how I got on that documentary that's out that's dropping every Wednesday. Hacking Real Estate, which is under hackingrealestateseries.com. Yep. Because they are here that, everybody comes here about all that stuff. And so I'll see them. That's cool. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But today is a thing called Mimosa Mastermind, which is going to have a bunch of people. The problem I have with it, it's outside. So.
You're going to be a little too warm.
Yeah, well, they're like, dress comfortably. What does that mean? Lululemon shorts and dry fit?
No, you need leggings, some Lululemon leggings.
Yeah.
You should
borrow your pants. Wife. She's not here. She's at home because they're gun nighting. I know, but I can't fit in hers. No, I know for a fact. I can't even get, if their two legs were sewed together, it wouldn't go over one leg.
We make great back and forth conversation.
Oh, do we?
Thank you, Christine.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, they're doing gun night today.
Oh, hallelujah!
Yeah.
That means
it's not them. That was because of all the plumbing. They were trying to get it done Friday, but the inspector couldn't get out there until Thursday, so they can't schedule it. So they got it. So they're doing it today. So that means there will be. Someone else asked me, why didn't your wife come? I go, someone had to water the gun night.
Yeah, and you do. You got to put
for 7 days
all the time.
Yeah, for 7 days.
So that brings us right down to, if you don't think you can buy and you don't think you should sell, now's the perfect time to do either a HELOC or a HELoan and make those improvements around your home, like putting in a pool and fixing
bathroom,
the
kitchen,
100-year-old plumbing under your house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it totally made a difference. I mean, I was like, the water pressure is so much better.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you flush, it flushes.
They flush.
You can probably use those low flush toilets now.
That's what we have.
Yeah. The low flush toilets, the ones you have to flush 3 times just to flush your troubles down the drain.
There we go. Then move on. No, now is the time to invest in your home. You have a ton of equity. Utilize it now, and then down the road we'll refinance and pay off that HELOC or HELoan and put it in with your first when the rates improve. It will improve. It's just going to get. It's getting worse.
It's got to get worse before it gets better.
And this is opportunity for everybody, which we're not understanding that even for loan officers and real estate agents. One, relook at what you're doing, relook at, is this what you want to do? Right. I mean, because you never know how you have to love this industry to go through this stuff.
Right. And this is the time when new businesses are born, when people are realizing, hey, I've got a little tiny side hustle that I really enjoy doing. I don't really enjoy doing this. This is getting super, super hard. Attack that side hustle and use a HELOC or a HELoan to help fund it a little bit.
I just did one for the couple who were buying a business. They reached out to me, and the only reason they knew I did it because I sent it out to my database that said, hey, by the way, we do HELOCs and HELoans. And next thing I know, they're contacting me from one of my clients, referred them to me. So they're great for now, get it. Yes, they're adjustable, or the HELoan is a fix,
right?
But that's okay. It's the HELOC is interest only for the first so many years.
Right.
So it's a smaller payment where the HELoan is fully amortized from the beginning.
And the HELOC is, you have that equity line, but you're not paying on anything until you start using it.
Correct.
On the HELoc,
and most of the time people, most of the time people,
that money and you start paying the next month.
Correct.
Right.
Most people on the HELOC will take it out and pay off the credit cards, right? Or something like that. So they pull on it to pay all that off. And now and if you're looking at reverse mortgages, you need to do it now because those rates are going up also because of what's going on, because those are all adjustable. So, get in now, get it locked in for the next year and move on.
How old do you have to be to do a reverse mortgage?
For FHA one is 62.
Yeah.
Youngest person in the house. They used to do it where you could take one off and not put them both on, but then you run into an issue where that person passes away. Now you got to sell the house. Right. So you want them both on. But they do allow 55 and older to do the portfolio ones. Yeah.
Really?
But the problem is, I had a guy reach out to me wanting to do one. His house was worth 1.3. I could only get 600,000.
Yeah.
Because he's too young. Right.
Yeah. He's 55.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You don't want to utilize it, even though you can at 55. You want to wait till you're 62 or older. You get more money, and because they know you're going to live, and that you're going to build that stuff. But it's also a good way to protect your assets, because I had some people reach out to me that are getting sued, or they just reached out to me. Let's say that, and they wanted to get one. And the thing is when they record it, it shows a larger lien than what you took out.
Right.
So that it looks like you don't have much equity at all.
Less equity.
Yes, that is correct. All right, sir. This has been fun.
It has been fun.
We'll be back on Wednesday.
Yes, we will.
I'll be probably just as tired because this thing down here will go till late because all the parties.
Well, I'm excited to hear all the new stuff you're going to be learning, because there'll be new stuff.
Right. I learned a lot last week about how to do some stuff that I'm going to be doing through the Big Hangry Media LLC. So to help agents and realtors to do stuff, you know what I mean? How to do more marketing and stuff. And so
I love how you say realtors.
Did I say realtor?
No, you said realtors.
Okay. And so that's going to be out there too, because I ran into a few people who coach other agents and other loan officers about how to do stuff. And I'm like, you're not even showing them anything we're doing. So
really,
yeah, because you're on radio with me, right? Nobody has a radio show. Nobody has the lives weekly. They don't do any of this kind of stuff. So
we do,
right? Or they do it and they just they're jumping around on TikTok. Yeah. That doesn't sell. All right, man.
All right.
Well,
shall we call it a morning?
It's a morning.
It's a morning.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Enjoy your location, your locale, and can't wait to hear some of the new stuff.
Will do, man. Be good. All right, everybody, make it a great day.
Make it a great day.